All right, this is from Axios. It says nearly a quarter of college students wouldn't be friends with someone who voted for the other presidential candidate, with Democrats far more likely to dismiss people than Republicans, according to the New Generation Lab Axios polling. It says, by the numbers, 5% of Republicans said they wouldn't be friends with somebody from the opposite party, compared to 37% of Democrats. 71% of Democrats wouldn't go on a date with someone with opposing views versus 31% of Republicans. And 30% of Democrats and 7% of Republicans wouldn't work with someone or for someone who voted differently from them. Now, I've seen these results being posted, especially by people on the right, by conservatives, and very sort of proud of themselves and saying, "See, we're the open-minded ones. We'll date someone." It's the Democrats who aren't open-minded. I actually think the Democrats have the right idea here. I think they're right. Now, be friends with someone who votes differently from you. That's one thing. I mean, we have to talk about what we even mean by friends. Like, are we talking a friendly acquaintance? Even that. Now, if I want to have a real deep, meaningful friendship with someone, that is going to be very difficult if they're on the left, because there's really nothing in common. Doesn't mean you can't be a friendly acquaintance with someone, but if you want to if there's a chance for a real bond and a real friendship, even that is going to be pretty difficult. But dating someone, I think Democrats, they're exactly right here. And if you're a Republican, you should be happy that most Democrats have this view, because they're going to save you, especially if you're single and you're on the dating scene. The fact that, if you're a single man on the dating scene, and the fact that, according to the poll, most Democrat women will not date you, that is a good thing. That's for your own good. They're saving you from themselves. Just let them do it. But especially when it comes to a romantic relationship, dating someone, it just doesn't work, because this goes beyond. This is not just who you vote for. We're differentiating by Republican and Democrat right now, but that's not really the point. The ideological lines are so deep now, and the gap between the two sides is so vast that, again, it's one thing to be a friendly acquaintance with someone, but to have a romantic relationship with somebody who's on the other side of that vast, cavernous divide, how is it even possible? You have to have some basic fundamental things in common. You have to and that has to get down to your values as a human being. What do you care most deeply about? Opposites attract, yes, but there we're talking about personality, temperament, maybe hobbies and interests and that kind of thing. My wife has a very different personality from me, very different. Like, it could not be diametrically opposite a personality from me. And yet we've been married happily for almost 11 years, and that's because personality is one thing, and that keeps things interesting when you're dating someone, you're with someone who has a different personality. I cannot imagine spending every day in a house with someone with the same personality as me. That would be a nightmare. I feel sorry for my wife. So that's okay, that's good. But underneath that, you have to have the same values and priorities in life. Because if you don't have those, that's when everything falls apart very quickly in a relationship. Well, I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Matt Walsh Show. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there so you can stay up to date on all of our future content.